They don't want to work, especially those jobs. So the people that are actually there, give them some grace. When I was younger, I used to work in fast food. You're the coffee that I need in the morning. You're the sunshine in the rain when it's pouring. Won't you give it up to me? Give it all. Hey y'all, good morning. It's your girl Princess Lashaun, and I am back with another video. And today I'm gonna give you guys 2 tips that I feel like is necessary for life. And one is to be humble, to have humility, and the other is to start to view other people's perspectives. Start to allow yourself to grow and to view other people's perspectives and not just view from your perspective. Now, the reason that I picked those 2 things is because, one, being humble, there's a grace about being humble. You don't have to flaunt. You don't have to overexert yourself to show that you are successful. That shows itself. But people oftentimes, when they get into roles of authority or roles that are superior, they get the complex that they are just too good to be walking on the same ground that you walk in. And you should never get to a point where you feel like you're so much better than anybody else. Because at the end of the day, you're still a regular person. We all are born into this earth the same way, and we're all going to die the same way. So never get too above yourself. Now, there's a difference between confidence. You should always be confident in yourself and always be confident in the things that you want to do in life. That makes for success. But to not be humble is not an attractive trait. And then to look at other people's perspective, I picked that one because I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And I feel like a lot of people are only concerned with themselves and being very selfish. And it's okay to be selfish in certain situations, but to be selfish all the time and to not put into consideration other people's feelings or what other people are going through could be really messed up. And some of the worst people are the people that don't look at other people's perspectives. Have you ever gotten into an argument and then you make a whole big deal out of it, and then the person tells you their perspective and then you look stupid? Yeah, and I've definitely been there. So that's personal experience. But when you put things into perspective in that way, it allows you to want to be better. And being better means taking accountability for your actions. So thinking before you do things sometimes and saying, you know what, let me get the full picture and then I can move according to that situation. But don't just act. Just acting can cause a lot of problems. But the main reason that I picked being humble and looking at things from other perspectives is because when people start to move up, like I said before, they start to forget where they came from. Now, not everybody comes from the struggle, right? But some people do. And if you're a person that comes from a struggle, which a lot of people do, keep that into consideration when you walk into the grocery stores, when you walk into the fast food restaurant, when you walk into a regular restaurant. Keep that into consideration because people get very agitated, get very irritable and nasty when it comes to service. And we are in a time where a lot of people do not want to work. They don't want to work, especially those jobs. So the people that are actually there, give them some grace. When I was younger, I used to work in fast food. And there was this one lady who came in and she was very ignorant. Clearly, she must have had a good job or something. I mean, it doesn't even matter. A lot of people, when they don't work there, they just feel like they're automatically better. That's one. But she came into the restaurant. There was something that was wrong with her order. And I try to be a very accommodating person. Now, eventually, she just started getting ignorant. And one of the things that she said was, oh, well, this is why you guys are all working here. And that was a very, very ignorant comment because she didn't know me from a hole in a wall. She didn't know that I already had my bachelor's degree. And she didn't know that I'm educated as well as other people, but they're there for certain circumstances. So you never know who you're talking to either. So that's another reason why you should definitely take a step back and not just say things. Think about what you say because you don't know who you're talking to. But I could be more educated than you, honey. And you just feel like because you're not in this uniform that you're better.
Nah. One of the main purposes for this video is to create a better world to live in, to create a better dynamic. You know, people are nasty sometimes, and it's not warranted sometimes. You know, it's so much better to have positive people in the world that can that truly want to understand and be considerate of one another. That's beautiful. And you want to be a part of the positive aspects of the world, because there are a lot of negatives. So I want to create a dynamic where people are able to create an experience for people, because I always tell people, don't be upset at your process, because there are going to be ignorant people out there that will try to shit on you and try to say, oh, I don't know what you're doing, or you're not doing enough. Don't worry about those people. Don't worry about those people. Worry about yourself. And as you grow, continue to look at other people's perspectives, and continue to stay humble, and remember where you came from, and remember how hard it was when you were in those times. But remember that you persevered. Remember that you persevered, and that no one can take that away from you. But you also want to give the people that are behind you on that trail the same kind of respect that you wanted and that you deserved as you were growing and as you were progressing. It's just so interesting how the moment that people find out, oh, you're studying, or that you go to school, or that you have things going for yourself, their perspectives can completely change about you. People's perspectives should not change based on what you're doing. And that's why sometimes it's better to just not even say anything. There are moments that I don't even tell people what I study and stuff like that, just because that has nothing to do with who I am as a person. And you shouldn't be judging me on the fact that that's what I do. You should just be trying to be a good person. But that's it. That's all. I'll see you guys later. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel so you know when I post my next video. If you guys have any experiences with ignorant customers or ignorant people, let me know. Let me know how that made you feel. And then also, if you have had that experience, let it go over your head. Don't let what people say affect you. You will realize that people's words literally mean nothing unless you give them meaning. The moment that you don't give their words meaning, turns to dust. Don't give them that power. Just tell them have a nice day, or ignore them. All right, later, y'all.